Module 2, Communication with Youth Players. Welcome back to the Camán for Fun training programme. This is the second module in the series, Communication with Youth Players. My name is Aideen Howland and I am the Participation and Retention Coordinator for the Camogie Association. This training programme is designed to provide support to you or your club in creating a positive experience for teenage girls. The training programme is split into 3 modules: Planning and Organisation, which we have completed, Communication with Youth Players, which you are about to participate in, and Using Small-Sided Games, which is the last module to engage with. This module is going to take a look at the elements which might help in communicating with youth participants. We are going to discuss 4 areas. They are communication with youth players, the positive youth development and 7 C's model, gathering feedback, and promoting Camán for Fun. This module has 4 intentions for learning, namely, how to utilise effective communication, gain understanding of the positive youth development model, discover methods of gathering feedback, establish effective use of promotional tools. Camán for Fun is designed for youth players aged 14 to 18. It is important that we understand the best ways to communicate with this group. In this day and age, there are many different ways to communicate, so getting messages through can be a challenge. But using the following tips and tricks, hopefully you can figure out the best method of communicating with the young people around you. When working with youth players, it is important to use appropriate language. Talk with the participants, not to them. Use simple and clear language. Example: what their likes, dislikes, what they enjoy, what they might change, what's challenging and what's fun. Open-ended questions. What do you think? What would you suggest? How would you improve? When it comes to body language, youth players, especially young women, will more than likely say more with their body language than with their words. Try to make note of these actions of youth players. Example: withdrawing from play, folding of arms, limiting interaction. These may be their natural stances of the youth player, but they may also be a sign that something is not meeting their need. It is also recommended that your body language as the coordinator is open and positive. When we think about maintaining boundaries, it is realistically about trying to create an environment where the participants are comfortable to ask questions, have their opinions heard. Be open and honest with the youth players. This should build trust and allow them to reciprocate these traits. The Camán for Fun environment is all about creating an experience where young people are more involved in creating their own space through the game of camogie. On screen are some pop tips. These are short, to-the-point things to keep in mind when trying to communicate with youth players. Some examples are: say hello and welcome before giving instruction or direction. Check for learning and repeat important messages. Communication is the bridge to get to know the participants. Try to build a solid one. Remember, as a coordinator, you're communicating with the participants, not to them. Positive Youth Development Model is designed to support the development of young people and how they shape their involvement with sports. This framework sees young people as not what they are, but what they can become. Positive Youth Development, supported by the 7 C's model, was devised by Lerner et al. In 2005 and added to by Haskin in 2010. This model suggests that young people who engage with the 6 outer circles, e.g. competence, confidence, connection, character, caring and creativity, will have a skill set to make greater contributions to the communities in which they live. A community may look like their camogie team or their club, their friends or their family, or anywhere where young people come together. Further definition and detail of these areas can be found in the Camán for Fun resource book online. So how does this model connect and support communication with young women taking part in Camán for Fun? On screen now you can see the 6 characteristics and different ways the coordinator can support these. This information is also listed in your resource book, and I encourage you to take a look at this section in particular to see if it can help to generate ideas to better communicate with your young players. Maybe even take some time to look through it with your participants. As an example, if you wish to build the confidence of a youth player, This model suggests praise and positive interaction, good feedback, and an understanding of failure and learning are good ways to increase confidence. Think about the language that may support this. As mentioned in Module 1, Planning and Organisation, feedback is an important part of Camán for Fun. Asking for and acting upon feedback can create a sense of ownership and belonging between the coordinator and the youth players. On screen now are 3 different suggestions for gathering feedback: verbally, written, and/or online tools. Each method has its own benefits, and all 3 can be utilised throughout the Camán for Fun initiative. As an example, using verbal feedback during a session can allow for immediate changes and amendments to the session should they be needed. It is also an opportunity for the youth players to engage with the session and create the environment they want to play in. In the tech-driven world of today, online feedback is a potential win-win for coordinators and participants. Capturing feedback online through surveys, polls on social media, etc. means the coordinator gets instant feedback through a method commonly used by the youth players. The most important thing to remember is that whatever method is used is that it suits the group and they're happy and comfortable engaging in that environment. Again, here are some pop tips to keep in mind when gathering or giving feedback. Reinforce the positives and try and give specific performance-related feedback. Be supportive and encouraging. As coordinator, you may find it beneficial to present these pop tips to the group and ask them if they're happy with receiving feedback and providing it to each other with these things in mind. Promoting Camán for Fun in your local area will be a blend of contacting and connecting with the right people at the right time, who are hopefully in the right place to spread the word. Here are some of the ways that you can spread the word of Camán for Fun. The important thing to keep in mind is your target audience of young female participants aged 14 to 18. This age group spend a large volume of their time using online platforms. Take a look at some of the tips on screen if you are posting on social media about Camán for Fun. In your coordinator's pack, there are poster templates and social media templates to help attract participants. Don't underestimate the value of creating a buzz about the initiative through word of mouth. Young women are more likely to share their experiences with each other, so encourage participants to tell their friends and invite them along. You have reached the end of Module 2, Communication with Youth Players. I would like to thank you for your time and attention. Please make sure to take a look through the Camán for Fun resource book and coordinator's pack. Keep an eye out for the last module, Using Small-Sided Games for Camán for Fun, coming very soon.